All right, in this video, I'm going to try to show you how to do the UserBob training hit. The purpose of all the UserBob hits is to help website designers and developers understand how a regular user sees their site. They've worked so long on making their site, they can't really see it like a new user does anymore. And so that's where you come in. You'll be going to some site, typically one that you've never seen before, being asked to do something, and just talk out loud about what you're thinking as you're trying to do whatever steps they ask you to do. So the first thing that we need is a way to record our screen, and we're going to be using, you can use any program you want. If you don't have one, there's a free Chrome extension called Screencastify. We click the blue Add to Chrome button, and that's going to start installing. It's counting down here. It shows how big that is. Okay, so it's been added. Now there's a new icon up at the top. It looks like a little film strip, and that is the Screencastify extension. So we can close that. We can close the Screencastify window. We're back at our hit. The first thing that it asks you to do is to enter demographic information. This is just information about yourself that helps us to qualify you for specific hits. Maybe the designer has a site for jewelry and they only want females to do it. So by filling out this information once, we'll qualify you for whichever hits are appropriate. So just fill all that in, check the boxes at the end, click the save button, and then you're back at the hit. You only have to do all of that form the very first time you do the hit. After that, it's all saved and you don't have to do it again. So there's a link below that says click here to get started and follow the instructions carefully. So we click that. On this first page, it says to go ahead and start recording. And so to start recording, you're just going to click that Screencastify icon. First time through, it gives you this extra page giving you some information, asking you where you want to store. I recommend storing locally on your device. And there's a get started button. Okay, they're going to give you a little video telling you how to do that. I don't think you need to do any of that. So now to start recording, I'm going to click that icon again. When it's actually recording, you'll see a red dot there. But this is how it'll work after that first time. You'll get this window. There's a little meter showing how it's hearing your voice. You want to see that being all green. If it's showing much red, then it's too loud and your voice will get distorted. So as long as you're seeing mostly green, you should be good. The video, you can click this little ... advanced options button there and change your frame rate to 10 frames per second. And that'll just make your file a little smaller so that it'll upload quicker. And after that, just click off. Okay, and we're back here. There's a button here that says Embed Webcam. Make sure you do not check that. Otherwise, we'll end up seeing your face down in the bottom corner, and that's personal identifiable information that Mechanical Turk doesn't allow us to share. So settings are all right. Mic is looking good. We can click start recording. And then we're going to click down here where it says, okay, I am recording this tab. So all the UserBob hits will show these two boxes. You read the yellow highlighted text in the top one out loud. So pretend you're a high school student and you're trying to improve your grades. The second box you don't have to read out loud. If it's short, you might want to. If it's long, I wouldn't. Just like glance at it, get an idea of what you're supposed to do. Then there's a box here that says, I've read that out now. Let's check out www.study.stack.com. So you click that link, and it loads up two windows. It might show up as a tab and the regular one. But the one where there's the timer clicking is just, it's going to repeat what you're supposed to do in the hit, and it's giving you a timer of how long you've been recording. So it's kind of why I had this window initially sized over to the right so that I'd have room where I can still see these instructions as I'm doing the hit. So this hit, first say what your favorite subject is. Okay. My favorite subject is engineering. So I can click whatever subject I want. I'm going to go ahead and click engineering. And then it says, explore the site, discuss if you think the site could help you get better grades. So I'm looking at the site. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff here. So you just talk out loud about what you're thinking and go ahead and do some stuff on the site. Try to figure out what it's about. And if you hear the little ding, did you hear that? This timer played a ding sound so that you know that you've recorded enough information. So at that point in time, you can wrap up your video. Thank you, I'm out of time. And you'll go back up to the Screencastify icon. It'll have a little red dot on it showing that it is recording. You just click that again, and there's a button to stop. And that lets. And we're going to click down. So the recording has stopped, and it's actually playing a little bit of it back. I think if you just click that window anywhere, it'll stop. And this is where I think most people have the hardest problem. They have the recording. They know they're supposed to upload it over here, but they don't know, how do I get it from here to there? And the key is this little arrow pointing down. You hover over it, it says save to disk. So when we click that, it's giving me some other options, but I want to click on save video to disk right up here at the top. And now that's downloaded the file. It's completed. And now on Windows, I know it's really easy to just click and drag the file over to here. Okay, that's working for me this time. Sometimes it doesn't work for me on a Mac, and I just don't get the Mac OS, I guess. But I can just drop that here. And now the file is listed here. If the drag and drop doesn't work, there was a browse button. You can click that and find the file in your downloads folder. So the file is here, and now I'm ready to upload the review. So I just click the upload review button. It is uploading, and once it gets to 100%, it'll display a completion code, and you'll just copy and paste that code back to the hit page, ignore that, and you'll just paste that completion code here. And after you've done that, that's all there is to the hit. If you had any problems, or if you just want to send me, the requester, a message, you can type it here. If you leave me a message, I will usually always respond and answer whatever questions you may have about doing the hit. But that is basically it. Doesn't take that long. The hits that say, record a minute, I figure that you can usually do them in maybe 3 minutes. So add a couple minutes to each one to be able to do them. And that is it.